Hello and welcome to episode 300 of No Load Time. My name is Salvador Velez, and with me is the most interesting man in the world, Joel Young.
What's good? No load time. Good to be with you, Obed. Happy 300th episode. We
300
made it.
episode.
We've come a long way, and it's only getting better from here, my man.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the growth that we've had in the
Yeah.
last few months. So we really appreciate that. Thank you for sticking with us. And yeah, 300, man. It's a long time coming. It's been quite the journey from the
Yeah.
from the closet to MegaCon.
Oh, that's so good. So true. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long way coming, and we have had people join us from various things. So people who just found us because some of our videos, I don't want to say go went viral, but people just a topic or two that we talked about here on the show, whether it was Star Wars or Disney or whatever it might have been. People really had a strong sense on. They would jump in and subscribe and follow us and tune into those, and people who found us through other avenues and people who know us and all around. And we've had people, when we did our last contest, I want to say is for our 100th episode, wasn't that right? That we had that
Probably.
the one we
Yeah.
gave away, and I remember we had people messaging us from China and all around the world, just saying,
Right.
hey, like we're entering the contest, and it's just humbling. Like it's super humbling to have. I don't say this in like a bragging of like look of where we are now. I mean this in truly like a thankful, grateful way, because this is something we do together. We're just people like everyone else. We're just people who are just passionate about these things. We're fans. We're fans first. We don't pretend to be experts on subject matters, but we do try to bring a level-headed reaction, a level-headed response to everything, and really break down and converse and just talk about the things we love. And it's special. So thank you all for being here with us. Thank you for being a part of this journey. And I so look forward, Obed, to the growth that we're about
Yeah.
to have. 2024 is going to be a great year. It already is with some of the news we already have it early.
Yeah. We'll take it to the next level. But yeah, we really do appreciate you guys, and yeah, just keep tuning in. It's gonna get better. Yeah, we're hoping to have a giveaway sometime this year. We'll make it
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
But stay tuned. Stay tuned. We'll let you know. We don't want to go too I guess too simple. So we want to make something special. So you just
yeah.
stay tuned, and we'll make it happen. That's definitely coming. It's in the works for sure. Joel and we talked about it multiple times, and it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when.
Exactly.
Right.
What more of a reason to stick around? You might get something free.
Hey, there you go. So, Joel, you
Yeah.
got some pretty good news to share with everyone right now.
Everybody, you might have seen this on our social medias. If you're not, you should be following at No Load Time. But I'm happy and thrilled to announce that we are going to be at MegaCon Orlando 2024, local big convention here that we have, similar to the style of San Diego Comic Con, if you're familiar with that. It's at the Orange County Convention Center. And when I say we're going to be there, it's not just we're going to be there like how we have been before, where, I'd bring coverage and recaps of what's going on from the convention. But we're actually going to be on the HQ stage on Friday, February the 2nd, and Saturday, February the 3rd. We were going to be up there doing live trivia. Thanks and shout out to the Fan Expo team. They were generous enough to have us come on out and participate and be a part of the show, as they phrased it. And they really were happy to have us be somehow, really a part of MegaCon. And so we're going to be there, and we're going to be basically hosting some live trivia. The focus on it is going to be primarily about movies and television. We're just going to keep it a little simple and not try and be a little more inclusive of various fandoms and different spots,
Joel's
Didn't
prepping
want
his Doctor Who
Oh,
trivia.
oh
His,
man. So I'm gonna tell you right now, inside scoop. We're gonna talk Star Wars. We're gonna talk Marvel. We'll talk DC. We'll keep it simple. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Talk about giveaways and maybe some giveaway in there. So yeah, we have the it post on our social, but on Friday, February the 2nd, we'll be at the HQ stage. at 8 p.m. That's what we've been told. 8 p.m. is going to be that one. And then again, that's the 30-minute long trivia session. And then on uh, Saturday, the 3rd, we will be at the HQ stage at 12:45. Sorry, guys, if you're trying to watch Paul Bettany, it's us or him. So, what's up? Similar
Yeah.
time. Choose the right choice.
Right.
A little time.
Yep.
So we'll be there, but no, really humbled, really thankful. And it's an opportunity. If you're gonna be there, or maybe you were gonna plan, now you're choosing to be there. Like, please, I not a shy person. Like, I would be happy to shake your hand and to meet some of you guys out there. It's a great time to do it. Just don't be strange. Don't come looking at me and start running towards me or something crazy. Just casually introduce yourself. But yeah, glad to be out there. Hope to meet everyone, and
Joel
we're
will
just really excited.
Joel will give you a fist bump. He's a germaphobe. He's not gonna shake your hand. Like,
Ovid knows. Ovid knows. No lies sold.
yeah, oh yeah. And even after this fist bump, he will probably enact or Order 66 on those germs, and just roll them over with some hand sanitizer. But yeah,
Literally have hand sanitizer right here,
there
dude. Like,
we
I'm
go.
ready. I'm ready.
He's ready.
No one's here, and I'm ready.
He's
Where are they
ready.
going?
He's ready to go, man.
Uh,
Oh, that's great. That's great. No, yeah, yeah. I'm hoping to make it on Saturday.
Yeah.
But if I'm not there, Joel's gonna be there, and
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
he's gonna fist bump you and let you know that he appreciates you,
Yes.
and thank you for joining the fun. Yeah, man. Not much on my end. I am not done with What If. I watched 3 more episodes. So from last week, I watched the Captain Carter episode.
Yeah.
I watched the Native American, was it
Mhm.
what Kitty, something like that, yeah. So
Can't remember exact
um
pronunciation. Yeah.
and watched the Hella. So now the Hella episode is my favorite episode.
Interesting.
And I appreciate that episode because it reminded me that Shang-Chi's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah. She's great.
So yeah, like I'm 2 episodes left, I think, right? So yeah, like so far I really enjoyed that one. The Captain Carter one was really good. Like, you told me about it, because you've watched it a long time ago. It was good. It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was interesting seeing the flip with Steve and the whole Black Widow thing. It was good. The Native American one was really really good. I really really liked it too. I also any time that I can, I so anytime I can see a native stand up against Spaniards, I am 100% in. So and you'll know who I'm rooting for. This guy's messed us up. So yeah, I really appreciated that they sent the Spaniards back and then went back and almost trashed the Queen of Spain's throne and all that. It was great. That was awesome. Joel's nodding over there, like he's not.
Our fans in Spain, we love you
Oh,
guys. He's talking about
I'm Puerto
big
Rican.
historical
I'm Puerto
events.
Rican. You guys messed my ancestors up. Come on,
Not the
guys.
people of 2024. They had nothing to do with that.
No, yeah, exactly. I'm talking about those
Historical
pirates
events. I got you.
that
I got you.
one of the Caribbean stole all our gold and basically like annihilated entire civilization that we had. But that's it. That's
No,
about it, right?
well,
It's like no big deal. It happened over 500 years ago. Yeah, I guess we should be over it, but no. So yeah,
so you really like that
I
episode, you're
did.
saying?
I
Okay.
really liked it.
Okay, interesting.
I
Interesting.
really liked it. Yeah, and the Hella one, I think it was I really liked about it because I really liked it because um there was a really good contrast with Hella's attitude and the humor that she was reading with. Like, it was like straight up Hella from uh Ragnarok,
Ragnarok.
but everyone else was serious, and it played out really well. and like she was the humor, and the entire episode is about her, but at the same time you have all these other characters that are trying to balance her out, and they do a great job. I think everyone did a great job. I think it was really well written. There's a lot that happens, but unlike the Christmas episode, it does feel more natural. And again, yeah, it reminded me of the Chang-Chi. It's actually pretty good. And that's a underrated movie in my opinion, because like no one talks about it, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, I was like, watching this episode, I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. So so I appreciated that. So I'm looking forward to doing those last two episodes, and then I'm gonna start Echo, and then we can talk about that. But you finished it, right?
Yeah, I finished it. I finished Echo. I finished What If, and I still stand by. I think the Captain Carter episode you're talking about in the middle is to me still my favorite episode.
It's good.
There is a culmination from Captain Carter, and this other episode, the Indigenous, that you'll see ties into what's going into in the final episode. So there's some tie in there that's going to be coming. You'll see it and it'll make sense. I still think that the tie-in in the first season was just better, but at the same
Okay.
time, it's kind of hard to top uh, Ultron. Ultron
Yeah,
Magnus, like style.
that was good.
Like that was really good, and just everything about it was incredible. So yeah, I mean what they do in this one is still cool. Like it still goes really crazy, goes super sweaty. Like it's coming. You'll be like, wow, but they threw the kitchen sink in like at the end of the
Right.
finale. So when you get there. But yeah, it's cool. I liked the Hell episode too. I think that one was also one of my favorites, and I think the Nebula episode still kind of has like a
Yep.
soft spot for me too, just because it's like artistic and like I like genuine what ifs. I don't want it to feel fan fictiony. I don't want it to feel like we're trying to just like have this character have this side thing, but like it does actually have a true like stand on its own legs, not just like trying to bounce on some of the other films, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's still all so far. I mean, like you said, there's some cool stuff. And the one that you're talking about with the indigenous lady, I think is very interesting just because her powers are so hardcore. What they do with
Yeah.
her, she's kind of like the Flash in some extent now.
Yeah, and not just her, like the entire like tribe or
Entire
and
right.
ancestors and all that. It's really good. Yeah.
Right. Like, how do they make that canon potentially? I don't know. I think it's in the what if world you can play with that kind of stuff and not have to worry about too many ramifications. So that's a safe sandbox. I like that. It's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it. Yeah, man. Other than that, I've actually went back and like legit started playing Street Fighter 6 finally after
Nice.
all this time. So yeah, that first person, that single player thing. I was like a first person. We'll talk first person here in a minute. No, the single player stuff. It's kind of annoying. It's really long. Like it's like this should have ended 5 hours ago, and I'm like 5 hours in. It's like it's really deep. Like there's a lot going on, side quests and all that. It's kind of like a mini RPG almost, and it's fine for what it is. It's enjoyable. There's a little bit of a story there, but I mean it's not gonna blow your socks off. But
Yeah.
been wanting to go online, so I started doing some of the practice stuff because I really want to jump in and check it out online. Even if I'm super rusty or really bad. But yeah, this weekend I'll probably do that, and I'll keep you guys posted because, we'll see. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, I don't have anything else.
Yeah. Same. I don't have any too crazy updates either. It's been very busy.
Yeah.
Trying to think. I feel like I'm missing something else that happened, but we can go ahead. We're good.
Yep. Cool. Let me go ahead and pull up our stuff here because this is amateur hour, and of course I don't have any of my
No,
notes
no,
up.
no, no. We got
um,
we got plenty of stuff here. Do you want to
uh,
talk the good, the bad, and the ugly?
let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. Good. She-Hulk season 2 is probably not happening. So,
Rejoice.
so that's the thing, right? Yeah. So, according to Tatiana Maslany, the season 2 of She-Hulk may not happen. Like, I think that we mentioned it. Was it last week or the week before? It was
Yeah,
last week,
last
right?
week.
It was
Mhm.
last week that they were talking about. It's like, oh yeah, so like the budget, like they blew that huge budget on the show, so there may not be a season 2, but now um we got it like straight from the protagonist, and yeah, it may not happen. And again, it goes back to the budget. Like that budget was overinflated. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know where they spent $25 million on 24-minute episodes. It's like $1 million
So that
a
money
minute.
disappeared.
I
That,
just
that
don't.
money
I
disappeared.
just don't know, man. I mean, I know Bob got his payout, but this use of resources could have been better utilized somewhere else, if you ask me. But yeah, I think that if there is one Marvel property that is primed for a reboot, it's She-Hulk, because they tried to reboot Daredevil, that failed. Daredevil, we got news that
Hmm.
Foggy and Karen are back, so thank you for fixing it. I was talking about it last week. I was like, you'll better fix it. And then we got the update that yeah, they're gonna be back. All right, that's great. When are you gonna retcon this thing? Because we gotta get rid of this thing. But yeah, man, what do you think?
Oh, this is great news. I did at first become a little skeptic. I think it's important that we got this now, just because you remember we talked about how there was some rumors going around from places that you can't fully shy away from, saying, "Hey, they are working on a season 2 last year." Like, getting that into production. And so when I hear things like that, I'm like, I really hope it's not true. It doesn't make sense to me for it to be true, but that's how sometimes this business works. At the same extent, like the full logic of just saying they spent so much money, it's not even just the reaction, I think, to it, because obviously it had a very negative reaction. But like, you could, if you spend such a smaller amount of money, you can argue for, give us another season, we'll give you a better shot. People are gonna love what we're gonna do the next season. It was all set up, whatever. And try and do it like, think like Iron Fist, we talked about that, right? Like season 1, a lot of people didn't like it, but they were able to quantify for a season 2, probably because they didn't spend probably that much money.
Oh
I mean,
no,
clearly not as much as
yeah,
She-Hulk.
no, not at all.
And
Let
and
me
and
look it up.
Netflix is, yeah, Netflix probably just said, like, these other shows are working, might as well just continue this one. That's just me spitballing, right? I don't have inside ball there. But I'm saying that to say that I think with this, what also made me skeptic is, remember, Tatiana Maslany is the same lady who said, I am not playing She Hulk, straight in front of the cameras,
Yep.
only to actually be playing She Hulk. I'm not calling her a liar. I'm just saying it could be a little deflection. And that's the stuff that makes me cautious. I've seen a few other people saying the same thing, like, hey, isn't she the same lady who said this? So
Yeah,
I think it only makes sense that they
and
don't do it. But
right. And a quick update. The article's updated today that saying that the video where she appears to say that there's you know season 2 is not going to happen has been removed. So you
see,
know that could have been NDA slash contractual stuff, right? But who knows?
yeah,
Um,
I do think we'll see She Hulk again, though, the character. I do think we'll see her again. I just don't think it's going to be any, like, it'll be, should be running in the background in Avengers Endgame style, like out, like in some type of moment somewhere.
gotcha. Um, yeah, I can't find anything on a budget for Iron
The
Fist,
Iron Fist.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean most of it was practical. The fight sequences and whatnot. There was like very little, like what this the little glow on the hand whenever he did the punchy thing. But yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think
Th-
there's too
two-
Chrissy.
Allegedly 200 million was split between Daredevil, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage.
You got you got 4
Mm-hmm.
shows
Yep.
for less money than 6
Right.
24-minute episodes that you got for She-Hulk.
Yeah. Literally.
Bro, are you serious? Like, honest, I don't. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Disney, what are you doing? Get your ducks in a row. Yeah. Well, that's that. Well, that was the good, right? Bad is that there was a report that the Ray movie was delayed indefinitely,
Yeah.
and everyone started reporting on it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I started reading an article that I found on it, and I was like, oh, that's what they're saying here. Kind of goes back to what I was talking about last week, but it's still like I don't know. It doesn't. There's something that's not right. But then straight from Lucasfilm, after that article was out, or those rumors were going around, they, you know, if you ask me, the, even if things didn't square, they weren't square enough for me to say, hey, this could be real. There was some potential truth to it, but then Lucasfilm comes out and says, no, it's movie's still on track. We're doing this. What this tells me, what I can gather from both the first article saying that it's delayed and Lucasfilm confirming that it's happening, it's that they are taking another direction on it. So they may be reworking some stuff. And if, again, right, they have to nail this. This can't be like if you want Ray to be back, if you want, I really don't understand that mentality. It was like, whatever, let's do it for the new people. I really don't understand why they're doing this, but you gotta nail this. This has to be great. Like Star Wars fans, we don't want okay anymore. Like this better be good. Like this better be real good. I think that some of the TV stuff that they're doing is really really good. Andor. I think Ahsoka, with all of the problems that it had, was very good. Mando season 1 and 2 were great. Season 3 was questionable. We don't talk about the book of Boba Fett anymore. It was not She Hulk. Just to make it clear, right? It's not. It's definitely not scraping the bottom. It's not scraping the soap. It's but it's not scraping the soap from the bottom, but it's floating or like right around the middle on that one, and this thing better be good, man. Like we Star Wars fans, we deserve a good Star Wars movie. Like we've been waiting for it for a long time since Rogue One. No, you know what? As like we say since Rogue One, but then yeah, since Rogue One. Screw it, I'm gonna say it. The I think Force Awakens was good. I think Force Awakens was real good. I had lots of fun with that movie. Uh, Rogue One is, after Empire, my favorite Star Wars movie. So, we're waiting for it. Like we want it. I want the Ray movie, and I want the Ray movie to be good.
Mm.
As a hardcore, old school, OG Star Wars fan, I want the Ray movie, but make it good. So that's all I'm asking, right? It's like, yeah, it's great. you want to continue this new character, you want to give us more about, more on Ray and do new stuff with her, that's fine, but make it good. That's all I'm asking for. All I ask for is I'm not telling you like not to do Ray and do another Anakin movie. It's fine, do your Ray movie, but I want it to be good. That's it. So, sir, what do you got to say about that?
Yeah, I like how you worded it. I just wanted to sit back and kind of ponder it in myself a little more because I feel like a lot of people the reactions to this was twofold, was kind of good. This is getting canceled, this is getting canned
Right.
because of the comments that were being made from those that are in the director's chair for the project. And the sources it was coming from, to me, I didn't believe it for a second. It was very questionable. But on the outside, I was also saying, why are they even making this project? I've been saying it since the moment they announced it. Not because it should never come out. I just didn't think it was the right time. I think that like if you're trying to tell a story of like a older Ray, and the next phase after the sequels, how you're furthering that story. I didn't think we were due for it yet. I think there's some other stories that need to be told before it. And that was just my gut reaction to it. It's not the same effect of the Book of Boba Fett. Where like Book of Boba Fett, I straight up was like, I don't want a Boba Fett movie. I don't want a Boba Fett show. I was very honest about that from a long
Right.
time, from when we started this podcast
Yeah,
years
we were on
ago.
the same page on that. Yeah.
We were on the same page, yeah. And then like I see what comes out, I'm like, guys, this is the whole point. Like the character needs to be a mystery. Ray does need some more furthering. They tried to do it, but it was too scattered. So it'd be nice to have more of that and just more Star Wars in general. But yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's a Ray movie, a Darth Maul movie, uh, you know, Obi-Wan movie, this, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as it's a good movie. It's what I'm hoping for, a good Star Wars movie. Just because of a certain characters in it or because a certain person's making it, it's not going to make it good or bad entirely. I kind of flash back to it's not the same because this person is being very public about their statements right now. Or at least that's how I'm interpreting it about the director making this movie. But it kind of made me think about like Loki season one and the director, writer, producer of that show. She has some very opinions that many people and would be, kind of ruffled by on her some of her personal stances on some things, right? But when you watch Loki season one, nobody was saying that this affected the product because
Right.
she still made a good product at the end of the day, and it paid off. And that's kind of what I'm looking to see here. Like I didn't ask for a Loki show, I didn't want it, but
Yeah.
I was like, this is one of the best things to happen to
Well,
Marvel.
the thing, and it worked so well that when they said that she wasn't going to be back, we were like, oh man, no,
Is it gonna be
because
good
yeah,
now?
it's going to be good now, right? So, and that's the thing, right? You said you can have your opinions, it's fine, right? Just
Hmm.
make it good. Like I don't care.
Right,
I don't care what your opinions are as long as you make it good.
right.
And if
There's a
you
lot of people, Obed, that if we knew came out the woodwork about some of their personal opinions of stuff, we'd probably be even way more
oh
disappointed
yeah,
that
yeah,
working
yeah,
on
yeah.
things that we like, but we
Right,
separate the art from the artist kind of thing. We're
yeah,
just like, let's just take us in and disconnect.
yeah, and we talked about it like again, it's like, are you not ever gonna watch the old X-Men movies, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Like
a great example.
you know,
Dude, that didn't say less. Like, that is
right?
a great example.
Yeah, exactly. Like I
Yeah.
think X2 is one of the best comic book movies
Yeah.
out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Like and the Days of Future Past.
Yep.
So like what the heck?
Say what you will.
Like you know, it's but yeah, you gotta be able to do that to separate it. It's again an unwatchable movie. Superman Returns. It's completely on. Like you get a
Ooh.
twofer for that one. It's
Wow.
unwatchable at this point. Not because the movie's bad. I don't think it's a great movie. I think
No.
I think Man of Steel is like leaps and literal like leaps and bounds over better over than Superman Returns. But um I know that that's a movie that I watched in the movie theater, and I have it on Blu-ray, and I know that my wife enjoys that movie. It's like,
Yeah.
and she's not as you know connected and has her ear on the ground as we do, right? And so she would watch and she was like, she wouldn't care, right?
See,
So Joel, maybe we shouldn't be fans of anything. Maybe we should just enjoy stuff. How's that?
I think sometimes the rose-colored glasses, like, it gets in the way of what we do enjoy often, and I have to always, like, kind of remind myself to chill out and
Yeah,
and try to have a more level-headed approach when I'm watching things and be
absolutely.
open-minded. But we get spoiled when we have really good comic book content because there had been years that we didn't like. You would get amazed with an X-Men movie when you have some of the other films that we
When
saw,
you get Daredevil and Ghost Rider, right?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Elektra or whatever,
Yeah.
like, or Catwoman or whatever, and you're like, well, like that was like the at that time amazing, and then you get Days of Future Past, and it's like it's
Yeah.
awesome, right?
But
Or you get
they got off to such a great start with like X-Men and Spider-Man
oh
and all
yeah,
this like there's some really good stuff, and then it started going off the rails with like Daredevil and Elektra and Catwoman and all this stuff.
yeah.
It's nuts. Uh,
That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
we have those kind of things, so that's why I think sometimes we become so judgmental because like we want the next, the Dark Knight. They can't all be the Dark Knight,
No, no,
They
absolutely
need to be
not.
different.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's the whole Ray thing again. Just going back to it is make it good. Like I don't care who's making it. I don't care, what characters are in it. Just make it good. Make a good Star Wars movie for a change. Like
Yeah,
make it cohesive. Make it make sense. Uh, you know, have some good fighting choreography. Had some good effects. A good
great
story. A
villain.
good yeah. Star Wars. See, and Star Wars is
Hmm.
that franchise that you need a great villain for. Like if you don't have a great villain, it's just it's not the same, right?
It's not Star
So
Wars.
it's not Star Wars. Like and we saw it in again. I don't want to keep going back to Andor because I think Andor is the pinnacle of Star Wars, but like what we saw with the Imperial officer, like the lady officer, phenomenal. Like she was a great villain,
Oh yeah.
and then and then you got the other dude, the inspector. He wasn't necessarily a villain. He was looking to make his way into Imperial ranks, but he was also a great character, right? So and that's what it needs. Like Book of Boba Fett. See, well, this is what was really disappointing with Book of Boba Fett because you had quite possibly one of the best villains from Clone Wars, and
Hmm.
and you didn't really do much with him.
I mean, his entrance though was so
But
good.
that was in Mando season 2, right? When
I
he first showed
no,
up,
no, that wasn't Boba Fett,
that was in
bro.
Boba Fett.
That wasn't Boba Fett because you're in that the hero that he attacks that town first is in season two.
Right, right,
They
right,
come back
exactly.
to
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
town,
Yeah,
and then like in season that's when you see the actual Cad Bane spoilers.
yeah.
Along comes a stranger in the desert. Be careful where you stick your nose. Straight in, and what a great cinematic moment that
Right,
I did not see coming.
right, right, right. Um,
But that's when the show kind of picks up because Mando is already in. Like that's when it starts to really. But you have to go through a
right.
lot to get there.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah, bro. So you just make it good. That's all we ask for. I don't. I'll go if it's good. I'll go watch it,
Yeah.
and I'll have fun with it, right? And we'll talk about it. It's just that I don't know. It's disappointing. Like at least Dave is and John are keeping us entertained. At least for now, we'll see. But I just want it to be good.
Did you see the date for Dave's film
No.
for the year 2028? You're saying 2028 because remember Ahsoka is going to be probably 2025, 2026,
That means that it's yeah. We gotta wait. We gotta wait for more story.
and Right, and then basically,
The Mando movie's
instead of
probably gonna be out by then
the Mando
too.
movie's gonna be first.
Yeah.
Yep, Mando movie will be before Mando movie will be coming out before any of these other ones. Because instead of season
Yeah.
4, they're basically pushing that one forward.
Right. Right. So, is Pedro gonna be back for the movie?
Oh, for sure.
Because he said it was not gonna be back for the show, just the voice, right? But for the movie, will he be back?
Oh, for sure. I don't doubt it for a
Is Bill
second.
Burr gonna be back for the movie? He better be back.
Bill Burr's
Freaking,
dead.
freaking, no, he's not. He got cut loose at the planet.
The Empire found that dude.
No,
That dude's gonna
one
get.
does not simply get rid of Bill Burr. He better show up in the movie. He better be with Mando. He better co-star.
I was like, he better be
He better, he better co-star. Co-starring Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, Gina Carano. They're all just show up
Bring
out of
everyone
nowhere.
back. Yeah, Apollo Creed.
Everybody's thrown in. No, I think that the Dave movie will have the culmination event because clearly with the Ahsoka
Right.
ending, spoilers, guys, like them going to Dathomir, and I clearly Thrawn is rebuilding his full strength to come back with his army, and he's got Enoch scouring for any remnants of the Empire essentially, and probably by 2028, that will probably be like a true heir to the Empire movie.
Right.
I'm pumped for Dave's movie, dude. I'm pumped for that.
Man,
Like the Mando movie's gonna be cool,
be
but the
almost
Dave
50
movie,
years old when that movie comes out, dude.
that's fine. Just gotta live to see it.
Oh,
That's all. That's
you're
all we're saying. That's fine.
killing me, man. The heck. All right. Well, switching gears here. Just a follow up from last week, and I guess we can go off and transition into some of the stuff that happened today. But again, more rumors about Xbox, Joe. That it's, I guess, not necessarily rumors this time, but Satya Nadella was out there saying about talking about Xbox
Hmm.
and how they're planning to spread the love, kinda, right? So after all is said and done, here's what I think is going to happen, right? Because we got the rumors that they were going third party. Now what what Microsoft's saying on their end. It seems to me that they're not going they're going to be in a PC basically, and they're gonna have a Game Pass. Their games are gonna be available on other platforms, but they're still going to have a dedicated ecosystem console for the people that want to keep using it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think Xbox is going away. Um, they're moving away from physical media. That 100%. Like, there's no question about that. So they're definitely moving away from physical media. But I think Xbox is still going to be a thing. You're just still able to purchase an Xbox, but it's all going to be digital. It's all going to be Game Pass, and then some, if not all, of their games may be available on other platforms. Based on what they're saying, like, it's not clear
Yeah.
that they're 100% going third party, and also keeping their console. Like, there's no clarity on what the plan is. I'm just telling you what I think it is. Is like, you're still
Hmm.
gonna have an Xbox. It is going to be all digital from now on. They're probably starting this year, and some of those games, like some of the games that the money games, like the Bethesda games, like, it wouldn't surprise me that next year we get Starfield on PS5. Like, that wouldn't surprise me. Like, even like either next year or even the end of this year. Who knows, right? Like, so I think that's where we're at with Xbox, but it's very interesting what's happening. Fanboys are having a panic attack out there. I think you guys are gonna be fine. You can still buy your Xbox and and do your Xbox Live parties and enjoy the Microsoft features and all that. I think you guys are gonna be fine. PC people don't care. And if you own a PS5 or a Switch, then you'll see some of these titles come to your device. So, uh, yeah, I mean, other than that, man, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel like the same as you. We have to just now speculate because it was not that clear. So leaving it to my personal interpretation and opinions, I think it's a phased approach. Clearly, the direction that they're saying is the future of Xbox is going to be heading as close as they can to third party, if not completely. I don't like clearly in the immediate term, you're gonna still have like you're saying your Xbox games, your Xbox system, but long term as they're making and they're working with other developers and they're working with these intellectual properties, there's gonna be kind of that mandate of hey, it needs to be multi-platform and not be at launch just for us the way we've done it before,
Right.
even though that's been already lacking. So I hate to say it, this doesn't move the needle that much. It's just more of a fascination because to me, it's kind of like they're waving the white flag on the Xbox brand as a whole. Like, what is the Xbox brand now? What is Xbox definitively today? Not what it's been before. What makes it more special? Like, you look at all these other consoles, and we can point to specific whether it's features, functionality, games, styles, etc. But I'm not really sure what this is now. I think we'll get more clarification, hopefully, as the future comes in. Maybe when they have their next major showcase. That's obviously E3 ain't happening, so
Right.
maybe when they
Summer.
have their big thing in the summer will be when we get more of a definition.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting. Because those leaks with for the Xbox Series X
Yeah.
all digital device that kind of resembled one of the old Mac Pros. So there's that, and that's gonna happen, right? And my question is, excuse me, after the shift, after that comes out, are they going to not make the old Xbox with the disc anymore, and they're going to just go all digital from that moment
Yeah.
on? Like Best Buy has been removing games. Well, I just saw today that Walmart's been removing games from their Xbox cases. So, again, retailers know that something's gonna happen. Like we talked about it last week. They know. So if you follow the trail, you will find that that's what they're prepping. It's like, man, what's gonna happen to GameStop? Like,
Yeah.
what's gonna yeah. Like it,
This is the thing. They all kind of worked in tandem. It was like GameStop holding hands with Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and the Kumbaya circle is starting to slowly
right, right.
shift.
I think GameStop, man, it's tough because now you're not gonna,
They need to turn into like a Best Buy. They need to change their
well,
business model a little bit.
that's the man, it's tough. I mean, what are you gonna do with it, right? There was an
Start selling TVs.
dude. I saw an article that some store in the UK is gonna stop buying used games or start they're gonna stop taking in trade-ins. So
Mm,
it's starting because
yeah.
they're gonna probably start not stop taking tradings. It's like what are we gonna do with all this inventory, right? So how do you take GameStop? How do you transition GameStop into something else? I mean, do you make GameStop a retro shop? Retro's hot right now, and do you? That's what I would do with GameStop, man. I would do a retro game shop slash anime place. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
At this point,
I
and you gotta make that move. And I know and then they've been making that soft pivot into more like gears and toys and all that and Funkos
mhm.
and whatnot. But now more than ever, I think that's gonna be the case. Or they may just go away. Who knows, right? We'll see them inside a Target, GameStop inside Target, like Toys R Us inside Macy's. Um,
Jeez. And we'll be the old guys saying, "Remember the
remember
GameStop days?"
remember EB Games? That's
EV
that
games,
those were the
yeah.
days. Yeah, EB Games was awesome.
It
Yeah,
was.
GameStop ruining it.
I know.
GameStop ruined EB Games, man. It was what a disaster.
What a time.
Yeah.
What a time. I remember.
Yeah, man. Um, but yeah, it's crazy, right? I don't think that this is going to necessarily affect uh like big box retailers too much. Like at least like Walmart, Target. I don't think they're going to be affected too much if they don't sell
Yeah.
the physical games because I don't retailers don't make a lot on the games. Um, they're still probably going to sell the consoles. They're going to sell accessories, right, for the consoles, but they're probably not going to be selling too many games anymore. Um, like Best Buy is getting rid of everything physical. Like they're getting rid of Blu-rays. They're getting rid of games. They're going to just sell the consoles and accessories. They're not going to sell games anymore. If you want to buy a game, you've got to buy it through the site. So it's the shift is happening, right? Whether you like it or not,
Yeah.
it is happening. And I do foresee like now more than ever that this console generation is going to be the last one with physical media. I think that going forward, like next consoles, straight up are not going to have a disc drive.
Incredible.
And
Incredible.
I can see PlayStation give you the option of getting a disc drive like they did now with
Hmm.
the new PS5, which is totally testing the waters to see how
Oh
it
yeah.
goes. So I can totally see that. But like I told you already, like if it's not like a special edition or collector's edition, I'm probably just gonna buy the digital from now on. Like
Wow.
it's just I got space back there to do anything.
You
Switch
want to get
game,
another rack?
so Switch games. See the thing with because Nintendo's like account and online stuff is so bad that like you have to buy the physical version of the game because it's like that's the only way that you can play the same game on two separate devices on two separate profiles.
Mm.
So because if you buy the game digital, you can only play on the one profile. So
Mm.
it's
Okay.
it's really bad. So like on my main Switch, um, like if I'm playing like over the holidays we bought a the one of the My Hero Academia games
Hmm.
was on sale on Switch for like $9 and we got it. It's like my daughter, so I was like, oh, let's go buy it. It's like, "Yeah, it's $9, whatever." So if she wants to play on her Switch Lite, she has to use my profile. So what I
Ah.
because she can't it won't
Mm.
validate the license if she tries to use hers. But then if I want to play on this on the regular Switch, I will be writing over her profile on the Switch Lite.
Oh, so undoes her, yeah,
Right.
where she's at.
So because this is my main Switch,
They want you to buy multiple versions.
well, the thing is that because this is my main Switch, I can create a set. I used my number two profile, and I can play it here because that's my main console. But if it's not your main console, you cannot use it. Like unlike
Wow.
PlayStation, where you buy the you can do whatever the heck you want with because it's your account, right? So it's as long as your parent account has the licensing for it. Like I could potentially buy like my parents a PS5 and install like PS Plus games on their device with
Sheesh.
my like I can make a profile for them and install like hundreds of games that I have collected through the
Wow.
years from PS Plus. So and they don't care because it's your parent account that's still like taking
Yeah.
over. But Nintendo they still gotta figure that out. Like they're saying that they're making some changes for the new console, and I'm hoping that it's that's the case and they do fix this system. But yeah, well, let's see what happens with that. I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. There's rumors that it's something's gonna get announced soon. So we'll see. But just going back to Xbox, they had their developer direct today, and they showed the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This game was in the works for a while. So Machine Games is making the game. It's a first person, not a first person shooter, first person adventure game, right? And it looks good.
Although he's got a gun, and he has a gun.
Yeah, but it's not.
Not the
It's not
same,
necessarily a
but
shooter. Yeah, it's like
yeah,
I wouldn't call. Yeah, Bioshock is a first person shooter, but um, yeah,
it's kind of
it's
between
kind of yeah.
because
So,
you're gonna have plenty of shoot 'em
but shooting's
style.
not gonna be like your main thing, right? You get
Not
your
at all.
whip and you got more
Your
stuff, and
puzzles and
right,
yeah.
exactly. So yeah, I mean, from what they showed, it looks good. Looks good. So good job, Xbox. You got a game that actually looks good. I guess we'll wait and see when the game comes out. But yeah, no, it looks like it's actually good. So we'll see. But what do you think of the demo that they showed?
Yeah, I thought it looked really great, like step in the right direction. So kudos to Microsoft. Just when they announce or basically confirming the third party stuff is when something like this comes forth. It's like, where was this like the last, 6 years? You guys need to pull stuff like this. Cause look, for a long time, people have compared Uncharted to the Indiana Jones franchise.
Right.
And people have asked the question, it wouldn't be the same, but still, like we'd like to have like an indie game and nothing has come of it. And finally, someone was able to get this kind of deal struck that they could use this intellectual property and develop something that is very cinematic in appearance, has still like the nice heart of what we've seen before with Indiana Jones, and just looks fun. And I think that's what they needed for this. At the same extent, Obed, I think it's a little bit too much too late. Of like Spider-Man is the hot thing. You
Mm,
put out a Spider-Man game and you make it good, of course it's gonna sell bonkers, word of mouth.
right.
Little Billy to Uncle Tom is gonna buy this and play it, right?
Right.
But like with Indiana Jones, little Billy, he probably doesn't care about Indiana Jones. The Dial of Destiny wasn't on his list of movies that he needed to watch this last year. So, and also I hate to say it, that title, not a good title. I mean, come on, guys. The Great Circle, Indiana Jones and the Great
Yeah.
Circle. You
Yeah.
couldn't have gotten anything else out of this.
I can. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the not to make or break. Not saying that it suddenly is bad
It's kind.
because of it, but I gotta call like it is.
Yeah. It is. It is kind of silly. Yeah.
It's
It should have been
yeah,
called like the Circle of Doom or something like something. Oh, yeah,
exactly. No, no, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
The
Something
Great
something
Circle.
that goes with there.
The
Yes,
Great Circle sounds like a gas station, like
it's
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle K. You know, so it's yeah,
oh man.
yeah. You
So
know
yeah,
what?
that
You're right. You're right. You're right.
it does. Like I remember just seeing it. So I was like, the Great Circle. I was like, well, okay.
Did they confirm that Troy?
I know a little bit about marketing, Obed. I don't think that was it.
Right. They
Um,
did confirm that Troy
yeah,
Baker is playing in the, and he sounds
yeah.
just like Harrison Ford. Like
He
Troy
really
Baker
did.
again.
Troy Baker's
Like
incredible.
insane, man. It's like
Crazy man. I've seen him in person now. Crazy man, but talented.
yeah, yeah. Like like he's really um it really is top notch. Like he's played everyone. Like even his Joker in Arkham
Oh
Origins
yeah,
is great.
so good.
Like so, and then you get Joel, and then you get Booker from Bioshock Infinite, and it's all these characters that he's played through the years. Kanji from Persona 4, and it's insane, man. It's like
Yeah,
um, he's got the range for sure.
for sure,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
but yeah, it looks good. It looks good. They just showed an overview. So I and I feel bad saying this, Joe, because I know that this game, at least the first game, is special to many people, but I don't think Hellblade 2 um I don't think Hellblade 2 is gonna be good. They haven't showed any gameplay. The game comes out in May. It's a $50 digital only game.
Yeah.
Um
Mm.
but I just don't think it looks good. They haven't showed anything. They showed a little bit of gameplay today, but they haven't, like, where's the gameplay demo? So I'm really concerned for this game.
Yeah.
Like I think Ninja Theory, they're very very talented. That first game was, an unexpected hit. For all its flaws when it comes to writing, the that Devil May Cry reboot game they did was not a bad game.
Yeah.
Awful story, right? But the game itself, like the gameplay, was not bad. Too easy though. But I don't know. Like I don't like I thought this was gonna be like a big like, oh, Xbox finally getting a big thing going on. It's like, other than like graphics, I don't think this game is gonna be good. And it's
Yeah.
unfortunate. I don't wanna sound like a hater. It's just that there's something about, this game was revealed like 3 4 years ago, whatever. Um, this game was revealed when the Series X was announced,
Mm,
and is now coming out in 5 months, and I haven't seen any gameplay. So it's concerning. It's concerning for sure. So we'll see. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't
Uh,
know. Yeah.
yeah.
We'll see.
And then the only other thing of note was that Obsidian gave a deep dive on Avowed, which is their, um, I guess their own personal take on the first person RPG Skyrim kind of thing, and looks good. Looks good. Looks like a really good like fantasy action RPG, first person action RPG. It looks quite good. Obsidian, friggin' underrated developers. So this was a big get for Microsoft. I think out of all the studios, just putting aside the money, right? Just putting aside Activision, because that's their cash cow.
Right.
I think out of all those studios, this was the one that was the get for them, because
Mm,
this is a studio that low key is one of the best studios out there. So good get for them. I'm hoping that this game is good. So yeah, and that was pretty much it, man. They didn't really show much else of note, but I'm hoping that they have a good year. At least releasing games. I don't know if it's gonna be good year in sales wise. I think their sales are gonna be stagnant throughout the entire year. But I do hope that they can finally get some of these games out
yeah.
there. So
Yeah. It's a good step in the right direction, like you're saying. They gotta turn the engine on and start running. They can't be jogging here, but what we are seeing is promising.
yeah, like we can finally see some of the the stuff that they promised when they started purchasing all these studios. They're now coming out. The first one was Starfield, and then uh, you know Hellblade, and then and Avowed, and all this stuff. So yeah, and again, the indie game looks particularly good, and I hope that game's good. So uh, if am I gonna play it? If it's real good, like legit 10 out of 10, I'll get it on PC. I'll
Oh
I'll,
yeah.
I'll play it. I'll play it on the PC. So um, yeah, we'll see. That is pretty much it. I did a quick scrub here, sir. We have no breaking news. I think that we are good to go for now.
Fantastic. Yeah, we've had a great show here. Plenty of more stuff we're gonna have to talk about next week. But for now, we want to encourage you all stay tuned, stay subscribed. We are on podcast platforms of your choice, like Amazon Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. We're out there. Subscribe to us. If you also would subscribe to our video version on YouTube, we're talking about, we really would love to see that continue to grow and appreciate everyone's support there. Watch the full video versions of our episodes, write comments, all that good stuff. Also, follow us on social media at No Load Time. That's at No Load Time. Facebook, X, Threads, Instagram, TikTok. We're out there. And also with all this upcoming coverage at conventions and so on and so forth, you really want to follow us on social media so you get that firsthand look. Additionally, you can also follow us on Twitch. No load times, no load time altogether on Twitch. And last but not least, if you have a question, comment, or feedback, send an email to noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. Maybe what you even send in we'll talk about on a future episode. Thank you all so much for being with us. We look forward to all the great stuff upcoming. Episode 300, Obed. It was a good one.
300. It was good. So, again, thank you guys for your support. You guys stay safe. We'll see you again next time.